So Mucho Mucho Amor and Science Fair, the graphic work I did for those was limited and light. I would say those two movies were my entry point into the world of graphics. And that is by way of my brilliant, beautiful, creative wife, Christina Costantini, who directed both of those movies. So Science Fair was her first feature film. And for that, there's a sequence where uh, they needed an animated Kanye West head to bounce along with lyrics. And
Wait,
because
what?
I live, you got to watch it to see. Because I live
I'm going
with
to.
Christina, she said, "I need an illustration of Kanye West's head. Can you do that?" And I said, "Sure." So I did that, and that was my first taste of seeing my work on a big screen. And I went, "Oh boy, I got to do more of this." And then for Mucho Mucho More, I did the title treatment for that. Um, and I would say that sort of set in place, the possibility for me and Christina to work together on things, which I think was an inevitability. Both of my parents worked together. Both of Christina's parents worked together. They have a furniture company that they own and operate in Milwaukee called La Lune. And so for both of us, the model of partnership has always been a working one, the one that we've been exposed to. So working together is maybe an inevitability. And the first project that we really took on together um, in equal parts was a short we did called The Originals, which was an animated documentary about our old neighborhood and our old landlord in Brooklyn. And that was actual interviews that we conducted with our landlord and his friends that we then animated with full sets that we built and little paper cutouts, and that was maybe the first real demonstration, I think, of like my interest and ability to get into animation. And that sort of set this path forward for having a real calling card for other people to go like, oh, this is a name and this is a guy who can actually do stuff. And that short went on to premiere at Tribeca and did like a whole sort of circuit of film festivals where it got enough attention that people could reach out and ask me to do stuff for them. And since then, I've been doing a lot more graphics for movies and TV.
So your wife said, "Can you draw this?" I want to know, how did she know that you could draw? What were you doing that she knew? Like, of course I'm going to ask Alfie.
Oh, I draw all the time. I mean, just sort of nonstop. Um, and it's yeah, that is just part of who I am. I think there's never a question as to like, oh, can Alfie like figure out how to do this? She knows that I know software. I think that's like the biggest thing I learned from architecture school is how to use software and like how to teach myself software. You like go to school, nobody's teaching you how to use Photoshop or Illustrator or InDesign there. They just say like you need to download these pieces of software and you got to just like figure it out. And it's trial by fire. And you learn how to learn and you learn that you're capable of learning by yourself, which is massive. Anyway, long-winded way of saying I knew how to use these pieces of software and Christina knew that I could use those pieces of software to make a funny picture of Kanye West's head.